What's up, you guys? Welcome to our newest flip here on Contessa Street in Mesa, Arizona. I'm super excited to show you guys this one. It's a quick cosmetic flip, a little bit more than cosmetic. Let's get inside. I'll show you the numbers. I'll break down everything that we're going to be doing, the scope of work, all the good stuff. So with that said, let's get inside. So the first thing I want to point out with this flip is this is a cute little house. It's in East Mesa, which is a great poppin' area in Arizona right now. We have this awesome little courtyard area. It has a detached garage. It's just a great little starter home. So we're looking to sell this house for about $400,000. We'll probably list it around $395 in today's market. So that way we're right below the 400 price point. Let's get inside. I'll show you guys the scope of work and we'll see what we're gonna do here. So as we walk in, you'll see that we have a nice big open living area. This place isn't too big. It's only 1,200 square feet. It's a 2-bed, 1-bath, and we're gonna actually convert one of the other areas in one of the bedrooms, which you guys will see, into a second bedroom. So that way it'll make it a 2-bed, 2-bath. Again, it's a perfect starter home. It's not a super high price point in today's market. This market is really all over the place. So we're always testing out what can we get for a property, what areas are working for us. So we're always trying to test the waters of what actually works and what doesn't work, especially when you have a market like this right now where it's technically a buyer's market. So in today's market, people are asking for more concessions. You want to be the best price point house with the best finishes in the neighborhood, so that way you are the clear winner. We're looking at what we're competing against in the neighborhood right now. There's a few other houses that are listed on the market. They're in that 380 to 400 range for the same exact floor plan, but they're not really updated. So if we have a property that's at the same exact price point and it's fully remodeled, fully updated with the nice finishes that we do in all of our properties, we're a clear winner. We're not looking to make the biggest profit in this market. We're just looking to keep the money moving, keep the capital moving, and keep the deals flowing. This is our time to cement ourselves as a top buyer in this market. Let's check out the kitchen. This house really isn't in bad shape. We have 12 by 12 tile floors. We have some Formica countertops. If I was to walk this house for the first time, and when I did walk this house for the first time, I said, wow, this is a perfect rental. We got this for $265,000, so $265. We're looking to do about $50,000 worth of work. Add the 50 to that. That puts us all in around $315 and selling for about that $400K price point. It's a no-brainer. It'll be quick in and out. This type of stuff moves really, really well in today's market because there's still a lot of first-time home buyers out there. For us, it just makes sense to be doing properties like this versus all the big luxury builds, all the big gigantic projects that might take a year. I used to do those. Right now I'm trying to get in and out of these projects. Everything in here, as you can tell, it's all in really good shape. These are that kind of 90s oak looking cabinet. When it comes to these types of cabinets specifically, I typically do not paint these types of cabinets just because it has the wood grain. It costs a little bit extra in order to actually get the wood grain filled and give it that nice finish. Plus, they just don't open and close like some of the nicer cabinets do that we actually use. We are going to put a new white shaker cabinet so everything looks fresh, it looks brand new. People know if you painted the cabinets, you guys. People know if you painted the cabinets, so they're gonna be looking, okay, what else did they cheap out on? The cost of painting all these cabinets, sanding them down, priming them, doing everything that we gotta do, it's gonna be about $3,000 if we painted them, whereas I can get all new cabinets with install for about $4,500. So let's see, the extra $1,500 to get something that looks brand new and nice. To me, that's a no-brainer. Let's check out the bedrooms and I'll show you our plan on what we're gonna be doing with the extra bathroom. So as we enter into our first bedroom here, it's a good sized bedroom. Both the bedrooms in this house are good sizes. We have plenty of closet space over here. Over on this side, this was what was originally, I assume, the closet, walk-in closet for this area. Now the old owner did install a vanity, so we do have plumbing already ran to this side, but we have another storage closet on this side. If you can come around and check it out. So we have plenty of closet space in this bedroom. So what we're gonna do is actually frame this out. We're gonna close off the door, turn this into a double vanity area over here, or actually we'll probably keep the single vanity. We'll throw in a toilet, and then on this side, we'll do a walk-in shower. That way we have the extra bathroom essentially. And the good news is for us, is right on the other side of here is our other bathroom. So we already have plumbing ran right here. We have all the plumbing for this bathroom over on this side, so it makes it a really simple, easy plumbing job in terms of trenching and making room for a new bathroom. It's not always the case. Sometimes we have to go all the way across the house. It can cost thousands of dollars. Our plumbing budget on this house is actually only about $2,500 all in. That's gonna be to add a toilet. That's gonna be to add a shower. Now, the tiling of the shower is still gonna cost us about $4,000. So we have some extra costs there, but it's money that we're gonna get all back. On an appraisal value, we're getting about $10,000 more if we have an additional bathroom. It makes sense if we're gonna be spending $5,500 to add that second bathroom because we're essentially gonna be doubling that return. So it only makes sense for us to be adding the extra bathroom. But let's check out the other bathroom, the hall bathroom that most people are gonna be using. This is clean. It's nice. It doesn't really need a ton of work, but we're still gonna do some work to it. Nothing else in the neighborhood is renovated right now, so we are gonna be getting new vanities. We'll get those vanities from Lowe's that we typically do, right? We'll get the taupe ones that have the fluting on them, super, super nice. Toilets are already nice. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna keep this tub, but we're gonna cut out the actual insert that goes around here. So we're gonna be ripping this out. We're gonna be tiling all the way up, making it look really nice and new, all new hardware. It gives a fresh, brand new look, and it's gonna fly off the shelf, especially at this price point. Under 400, come on, you can't beat it. Let's go check out the other bedroom, and then we'll work our way outside so I can show you the entire property as a whole. So we have our other bedroom here, which is just off of the other primary. Plenty of closet space, so I love the way that this looks. We're gonna be adding a ceiling fan in here, making sure that we have good airflow, all new updated outlets and switches, new baseboards, fresh paint. It's just gonna look brand new. It's gonna look really, really nice. We're gonna do the same floors that we always do at every single property. Those are our linen floors from Bedrosians. If you want the hookup on those floors, make sure you shoot me a DM, follow me on Instagram, hit me up in there. That way I can send you over the link. I can get you in touch with my guy that gets those to me for $2 a square foot. It's commercial grade flooring. So make sure you're coming to me because I can get you over 50% off on those. I'd love to help you guys out. But let's check out more of the exterior here. Okay, so working our way outside. There's multiple ways to get outside. We actually have this cool slider thing that's going on over here that takes us to this awesome little courtyard. Now this slider is really large, especially for a house like this. Love the size of the slider. It doesn't work too well, so we are gonna have to replace it. So what we're gonna do here to save some cost is we're actually gonna do a standard size slider, which is about 6 feet wide. So that means they're gonna be framing in on the sides here. With the framing, the siding, the actual slider itself, install, all of that, it's only $900, all in. 900 bucks to get a brand new slider and to get that framed out. You can't beat that. The other thing on the exterior that we're gonna have to work with is every single light on this property is this tall. All the exterior lights are super, super low, so they're gonna have to replace some of the siding. It just feels weird. It feels like it's a tiny little house, so we wanna make this feel bigger. We want it to feel more grand. Now, as we work our way more to the backyard here, you'll see that there's not a lot to it. It's really, really simple. We got dirt out here. We're gonna get some water going to make sure we bring the grass back. Everything out here is Bermuda grass, which in Arizona, Bermuda grass loves the heat, right? Bermuda grass grows like a weed in the heat. So as long as we can start getting some water out here, we can start making this look really, really nice again. It doesn't make a lot of sense for us to put $5,000 to $10,000 into the landscaping when we can just start getting the water going again. And honestly, when it comes to doing the showings on this is in the middle of summer in Arizona. That gets to about 120 degrees outside. People understand that the grass and the plants are actually going to die. So we actually might even just do some AI editing and put some fake grass out here in the photos. That way people can get a feel for what it actually looks like. And we'll allow the next buyer to make the decision on what they truly want to do with the space because it is a good space. So let's start going back through the house over here. Now you'll see again, all of our lights are super, super low in this house. Usually they're a lot higher. So we're gonna be raising all the lights. We do have an extra storage closet on this side, keeping that as is, maybe getting a new door, freshening it up. We have our privacy doors here as well, or our gated doors, I guess you should say. I don't love these. A lot of people leave these on the properties. For me, I think they kind of read as dangerous. They'd look like, hey, I'm trying to keep people out. If it was a little bit nicer, I'd probably keep it, but in this situation, I don't really love these. So we're most likely just going to keep the actual exterior door, which looks like this, which I think is the perfect exterior door for this house. It's cute, it has the picture frame look to it. It's what people want nowadays, right? We're giving people that alabaster exterior. We're doing a taupey style of paint on the exterior trim as well. We're gonna do the taupe style on this. It gives people that I'm at home feel, where it feels warm, snuggly. It's what people want. So one of the other things we didn't point out is that the laundry is actually inside of the property itself. So we already have the entire laundry section right over here, which is great. We're gonna leave these units here. It'll be great for the next buyer. They're in great condition. Not the most upgraded, but who cares? This is an entry-level price point. We wanna make sure that these people have what they need. It makes the decision that much easier when they have all the appliances that they need. So if somebody's leaving an actual washer and dryer at the property, most people will just take those out and toss them, or they'll let the crews go sell them, or whatever the case is. That's not the case for us. We wanna keep these. Those are in good condition. It's a bonus. It's a value add to the next buyer that's coming in because they don't have to buy any appliances. In this situation, we want to make sure that everybody has everything they need, so it makes the decision easy and it makes that transition easy for them as well. But let's go check out the garage. All right, working our way into the garage. Now, I actually like that we have a detached garage here. I usually don't like detached garages, but it's just a cute little courtyard area. So this keeps everything separate. We have our water heater over here. We have an extra fridge over here. We have our drip system irrigation over here as well, so everything's protected. It's a good sized garage for a property like this. A lot of houses in this price point don't even have a garage, yet we have a 2-car garage. We have a brand new garage door, which is fantastic. It saves us a bunch of money. There's really not a lot that we're gonna have to do in this area, other than, and one of the things we always look for, is the chipping paint up here. We're just gonna have to chip some of that paint off. We're gonna do a fresh coat of paint in here. We pay about 600 bucks to paint a garage, so giving it a fresh, brand new look is gonna look awesome. We wanna keep this relatively basic, right? We want it to feel new, clean, but we don't wanna overspend when it comes to these areas. We just wanna make sure that everybody has something that they can be proud of. It's an awesome little property, you guys. This is a fantastic spot, and I can see a family really loving this place. The reason why we picked up this property is because of the location of this property and the size of the property. It's gonna be a quick flip. It's not gonna take too much time. The budget's not too high, but the area is fantastic. If we go north just 1 mile, we're talking about we have 10, 11, 15,000 square foot houses, super luxury area of Mesa. So then you come 1 street south and all of a sudden we have all these starter homes, which is great. It gives people the ability to be in an area that's really, really nice, but at a very affordable price point. So for us, it's not gonna be the biggest profit that we've ever made. This might be a 30K profit on this property because we're not trying to make the biggest buck on this property. We just wanna get something that we know is gonna sell fast. We wanna get something that's gonna be a quick project. We wanna keep the crews busy. We don't wanna have to raise too much money. We wanna keep the capital moving. So in this situation, it makes so much sense for us to take on a project like this because realistically, it's pretty darn cosmetic if we take a look at everything, right? The biggest thing that we're gonna be doing here is gonna be adding that extra bathroom, but that's only gonna take a few days. When this property was originally sent to me, it was actually sent to me at about a $300,000 sales price. And because of the market the way that we are today, I ended up having to negotiate that down to $265,000. So make sure that the numbers are always working for you. If you guys are getting into fix and flips, now's the time where you really want to make sure you're negotiating on those price points. Don't just go to a wholesaler and say, hey, yeah, I'll take your property at that exact price. Make sure that it works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, tell them what price it is going to work for you at, because chances are they're willing to come down on the price point. I actually looked at the final sales head on this property and the wholesaler still made $15,000 on this. He was trying to make a huge spread and then we actually brought it all the way down. The reason why we were able to make that work in this situation is because I've built that relationship with the wholesaler. Sometimes we need to start buying deals from wholesalers so that way they know that you are a credible buyer. You're somebody that's going to close. So in this situation, I've already bought about 5 houses this year from this exact wholesaler. So he brought this directly to me before he sent it to anybody else. I told him, hey, man, this is only gonna work at 265 for me. He goes, is there any way you can do 275? Any way you can do 270? And I go, sorry, dude, this is like 11 p.m. at night when we were doing this. So 11 p.m. at night, he hits me back up, calls me in 2 minutes, and he goes, you know what, dude, you've closed on everything before in the past. We wanna make this easy. We're still gonna make some money on this. Why don't you just take it at 265 and I'll find the next deal for you and maybe we'll make a little bit more in the next one. That's a relationship worth having. That's a valuable relationship. And the only way you're gonna start getting there is if you start buying properties, you guys. So start buying properties from your wholesaler, start building those relationships. I have about 4 wholesalers that I work with consistently. I've bought about 5 houses this year from each one of those wholesalers, right? I still get my onesie twosies. I still have agents that reach out to me, but if this is a relationship business, you wanna show people that you can close on properties. You wanna show people that you can follow through with what you're saying. It's your time right now in a buyer's market where everybody else is leaving. Wholesalers are dropping off. Flippers are dropping off. Everybody's dropping off. Now's the time to cement yourself as a top buyer. Now's the time to make sure that you're actually bringing in more crews and taking on more volume. Start raising more capital. Be the go-to guy, because there's gonna be a moment in time, and we're not gonna know when it's going to happen, where the market's gonna shift back up. So just like most of us got hurt a little bit as the market started shifting down this year, right? Hey, I bought a property at this price. I think I'm gonna make $40,000. Oh shoot, I only made $5,000, or I lost $10,000. That same thing happens on the upside as well. And we don't know when that upside is going to be. So we just wanna keep everything moving. What I mean by the upside too is because I'm taking a $20,000, $30,000 hit on some of those houses, it works the same way on the opposite end. I'm gonna make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 more when the market returns, because it's going to be a frenzy. People are gonna wanna have these houses. If anybody was in the market in 2020, which I wasn't, you guys know that when the market's hot, and we don't know when that's gonna hit. Nobody could have expected that. So make sure you are just keeping your consistency. When everybody's leaving the market, now's your time to double down, triple down, and make sure that you are fine-tuning everything that you do. Find the best deals when it comes to the purchase, find the best deals when it comes to the materials, find the best deals when it comes to all of the labor, because guess what, guys? As everybody's leaving, labor needs more work, right? All of our crew members, they're looking for more and more jobs because it's not as fruitful as it once was. So it's our time to get a little bit more picky too and find the highest quality people to work with. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon so that way you can get notified every time we're posting a new video. As you guys know, we take you through the very beginning stages, the middle stages, so you can see the finishes that we're picking. Let me show you the very final product and what we're going to be selling the property for. So make sure you stay tuned and watch how Contessa gets turned around.